I was not happy. I wasn't tired. I wasn't ready. I was not there yesterday. I wasn't late. I wasn't at work. I wasn't angry. I was not calm. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sad. You were not late. You weren't tired. You weren't ready. You weren't at the office. You weren't calm. You weren't happy. You were not busy. You weren't nervous. You weren't alone. You weren't early. He was not tired. He wasn't ready. He wasn't late. He wasn't there yesterday. He wasn't calm. He wasn't happy. He was not sure. He wasn't sad. He wasn't alone. He wasn't angry. She was not late. She wasn't ready. She wasn't tired. She wasn't at work. She wasn't happy. She wasn't nervous. She was not calm. She wasn't sad. She wasn't busy. She wasn't angry. It was not cold. It wasn't hot. It wasn't easy. It wasn't difficult. It wasn't raining. It wasn't sunny. It was not noisy. It wasn't quiet. It wasn't open. It wasn't clean. We were not late. We weren't tired. We weren't ready. We weren't busy. We weren't at home. We weren't calm. We weren't happy. We were not nervous. We weren't angry. We weren't alone. They were not late. They weren't tired. They weren't ready. They weren't busy. They weren't happy. They weren't calm. They weren't early. They weren't sad. They weren't at home. They weren't angry.